Hey, this is V, and I've just finished reading A Dance of Silver and Shadow by Melanie Cellier. The main character, Lily, is a princess, and she's also an identical twin. Like, she has a sister called Sophie, and when they were born, their fairy godmother, well, I'm assuming they're fairies, though they just call them godmothers in this book, gave them a gift that basically said they would be very close, and this translated to their ability to communicate telepathically. Like, they can't actually read one another's minds, but they can project their thoughts to one another, so they can communicate without speaking out loud, no matter where they are or how far apart they are. This story begins when the two of them arrive with a delegation from their home country in a kingdom, well, it's a city-state, but anyways, called Marin. So they're hoping to make some beneficial alliances for their home country, and also it's kind of an adventure for them because it sounds a bit like there hasn't been a great deal of communication between their home kingdoms and this other set of four. Like, they have very different laws and traditions, and this becomes extremely apparent when they arrive in this new place and are told that because of the traditions of this set of four countries, they have no choice but to participate in an event called the Princess Tourney. So, obviously this is pretty shocking to them, and they're pretty sure it seems unlikely that they would have princesses like jousting with one another or something, but no one can actually give them any details on what the tournament entails. The goal of it, however, is to choose the bride of one of the princes of these lands. So basically, I guess tradition for a long time in this region has been that the prince of a land has the right to call a princess tourney, and the tourney is a kind of ancient magic that is supposed to choose the princess that is most suitable for marrying him. But who the prince is has an effect, or at least people theorize that it does, on the character of the tourney, and so this worries people greatly because the prince who called it this time is often referred to by people as the Beast, and many people haven't really seen him in a very long time, and his entire kingdom was actually cursed some time ago for breaking some of the magical laws that rule these kingdoms. So in order to make sure that nothing bad happens, they have no choice but to participate along with the other princesses that are unmarried and above the age of 13. So basically 13 is the cutoff age. And so now there are 12 of them, including the two main characters, that have to take part in the tournament. So this goes through like the different stages of this competition. Like, it follows, like the main character is trying to keep everybody alive and safe, and she's also, doesn't really want her sister to win, but there's rules that state you have to try. Like, not only do they have to participate, they can't lose on purpose just because they don't want to marry the prince. Like, the magic will punish people's families, like, if they don't do their best and if they don't follow the rules. So there's quite a lot of motivation, I guess, to at least make an effort. But at the same time, she's kind of falling in love with the prince of the hosting country, and that's not a great thing in her opinion, since she's determined to be the one who makes the ultimate sacrifice, I guess you could say. So this is a fairy tale retelling, and it's kind of cool because it mixes a lot of different stories. Like, as far as the main character and the main plot of this book goes, it's like the 12 dancing princesses. Like, if you know the story, it follows a lot of the original bits of that particular fairy tale, but adds a great deal, since I think the original mostly had them dancing all night, whereas this is something very different. Like, it does have different types of competitions that they take part in, but you also have characters that, there's a lot of references to other fairy tales, I think, that are either ongoing, or I assume the author wrote about or plans to write about. For instance, one of the brothers of one of the princesses mentions getting rescued by what I'm gonna assume is a mermaid. Like, I think he's going to be the main guy character from the Little Mermaid story. And then you have one of the other princesses participating in the competition is definitely Snow White. I mean, that's not her name, but you can tell from the context of her story, I guess, that, that's the princess that is being referenced. And it has this one line about the main character's mother where it says that she got a pea from her godmother and that was how they saved her kingdom. I'm pretty sure that's the princess and the pea, even though it didn't really give you more details than that. So that's I think what I liked about this book. I've often thought that it might be cool if someone did mix all the stories together, and I think this one does so in a pretty clever way, and it also takes it very seriously. So I guess that would be a little bit like the dislike. I mean, I don't it's more that because it's taking it very seriously, the tone of this story is more grim. I won't say it's devoid of humor, but it's for the most part when I first heard that they were participating in a princess tourney, it sounds silly and funny, but it's really not. It treats it all very seriously, and there's, talk about the curse in the other kingdom and how it's kind of disrupted the balance of things and the darkness that is encroaching on the many kingdoms under the High King, who has because there's also worry about the godmothers and the fact that even though the main characters have godmothers in general haven't been seen in the this particular set of kingdoms in a really long time, and there's speculation on why that is. But anyways, like I said, it's actually very serious, though in some ways I think I actually also appreciate that.